All we've seen is just, this one vehicle did a drive-by. They were they were met by a very strong response, and ultimately, they drove over the sidewalk to get out of the situation. And that's the sum total of what we've seen today. And honestly, I'm surprised that individual even showed up the way that they did. I do agree, with the advice of people should walk out in groups and not walk solo, because you just don't know who may or may not be out to cause some issues when people are walking out or walking back. Seattle police never showed their presence here at all. Which is a good thing. I think there was a big change in tactics with the change of the police chief. Carmen Best was our former police chief. She is now an analyst with a number of news stations. I read an article yesterday where she was expressing her thoughts on this terrible incident that happened in Virginia with the second lieutenant in the U.S. Army in Medical Corps, who was stopped by these two police officers in this small community in Virginia for not having a back license plate. When he had a back license plate, it was a new vehicle, and for tinted windows that were the factory tinted windows that came with the vehicle. And it's just terrible. And there were two police chiefs that were interviewed in this story. And the reason I'm explaining this is just explain to you where Carmen Best's head is at versus where Chief Diaz's head is at. The first police chief was like, there should be a full investigation. These guys should be fired. There's just no excuse for this. And Carmen Best was in pure Carmen Best mode in her view, which was, well, we have to get all of the facts and we have to understand. It's like, there's been a year investigation. We're being presented the facts at this point. And as part of discovery, this dash cam video has come out. What's in the police report doesn't add up. The reason for the stop doesn't add up. The person who is Army and in uniform was clearly in full compliance. Don't know, that was SPD, but they just kept trucking by. So probably unrelated. But anyway, her view was just this real mealy mouth. And, I just read this, and I say this carefully, right? Because, if we ever wanted to interview Carmen Best, I'd love to be able to interview Carmen Best. But I say this carefully, but I'm not surprised if this is her position when she could speak her mind openly, because she's not a police chief anymore. And she's still playing the PR game of like, well, no wonder she's not our police chief. Carmen Best left in September, late August. We got temporary Chief Diaz. Groups like Safe Seattle, which is quite frankly, a borderline hate group. But groups like Safe Seattle hate Chief Diaz. They call him Uncle Fester. They don't like what they view as his softer approach. He made a significant change to tactics in dealing with protests in Seattle. And the reality is those change of tactics and kind of the pulling back of SPD and being more targeted, what a surprise. Similar tactics were being applied in Portland, and then when Donald Trump's like, oh, we're going to send in the feds, and it just dialed everything up to 100, and you had 6,000 to 10,000 people showing up, and as soon as the feds were sent back home, it just dialed back down into a very quiet trickle. And that's exactly the same thing that's happened here in Seattle when they went to this very more targeted approach. And we wrote about this on our website, Malcontent News. We did a story October. Omari, how you doing?
What's up?
I don't think they're coming.
Oh man, shit, I don't know. I just live a few blocks from
Oh really?
Get my juice and walk to the studio.
What's going on?
Not much, man. How are you?
I'm good.
Yo, that segment you did, bro. That's what got the people that traction. You know what I'm saying? Are you live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Okay, well, where's your mic at?
Well, here.
Which one?
Right here.
I'll just say that Malcontent news coverage of what happened up there at Marysville Pilchuck High School. Like, if Malcontent hadn't covered that, it wouldn't have got the traction that it did and people moving swiftly on it. So I know it's a lot of people out there watching, supporting. People need to keep supporting, because like that thing right there, like, this is an ongoing issue here. We talk about protests and everything else, and guys cover that, but it's these other stories on the everyday. You know what I'm saying? On the everyday, there's black kids getting threatened up there at Marysville Pilchuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's specifically that story 100%. It's because you went up there, you covered it, and then you sent it out. The first segment was Dr. Green. Then you went back up there for the press conference. And then us other smaller media did what we were supposed to do. We amplified it across all of our platforms, got picked up by other radio stations and everything else. So, man, keep doing it, bro.
We're going to keep doing it, Omari. We're absolutely going to keep doing it.
We'll keep support this guy too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy out there. You guys can't see his whole setup here, but it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of energy, man. Support when you can.
And support Converge also. Definitely support Converge and our partners. They're over there.
And I can't wait to see you on the morning show, bro.
I know, we got to set it up. Same thing. We got to get you on our show.
Okay.
We got Colleen Echohawk tomorrow.
All right, man. Tell her I said hi.
I will. I will. So if you're on TikTok, you're not familiar, that's Omari Salisbury is with Converge Media. They're another independent news organization that follows on black and urban topics.